Everybody, we're almost ready for the Boom Shakalaka. Just having some technical difficulties in the studio. Looks like it's ready now, Zion.
You know what time it is.
Boom Shakalaka!
Oh, yeah!
Look at the time. Gotta go.
Oh, thank you so much, Brian. Yay!
Yeah!
That's our applause, everybody. Yes. We had Brian in the house for a minute.
Right,
Yeah.
He thought it was his turn, but we had the scheduling conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome and Boom Shakalaka to you. We got Lamont here today.
Yes. Honored to be here.
Good.
It's been a week, y'all, hasn't it?
A whole week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and welcome to
been rough.
Rocki and Chaveevah Live, because there's always something good happening on the north end.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you know this, and it's been cold.
Yeah, that has been real cold. Whole week of school gone cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Has it ever happened?
Not since I've been a teacher. I don't know if it's ever happened. But
Okay,
Yeah. I mean,
I've been here a mighty long time, and it
4
hasn't
days.
ever happened since I've been
It's
here.
been that cold.
Yeah.
Right, we've had plenty of time to rest and dress, and that's all I did. I didn't do much of anything. In fact,
Right.
I was talking to one of our guests, Eric, came in, and haven't been out of the house since last Friday,
Really?
actually.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
to peek out and get the mail, and
There was that one day that was just like so super cold. It was really scary
Yeah.
outside. But
Ooh.
I'm curious. I have to at least just like, stick my head outside. and
Stick
see
your
what's
tongue
going
on the flagpole, right?
Something like that. Oh, I don't know if I'm that curious, but yeah.
Right. And there's been a whole lot of stuff going on in the news, Lamont.
Oh, I tell you. Oh my goodness.
Have you heard about some of the bad news going around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that several thousand more of our troops are getting sent down to the southern border.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. For
Yeah.
that big, okay. No, I'm not going to go there. Okay.
Right.
Yes, and what about the lady that was like pretty much dismissed for fat shaming on the airline?
Yeah.
Yeah, just talking about people in a rude way.
I know
Wow.
she was sitting between two people and was complaining, saying that they were, they need to lose weight, like it was going to happen right then and there or something. Like she didn't like being sitting between them, so the airline kind of solved the problem for her and just like escorted her off the plane.
I mean, what
Right.
about this record-breaking cold weather?
Yes.
Cold weather.
So cold that it's kind of like bad news. And guess
Right.
what?
Yeah.
We
We
ain't
ain't
finna
finna
talk
talk
about
about
that.
No, we are
None
not.
of those bad things,
Mm-mm.
because we're talking about great things today,
Yes.
like Mr. Dr. Meacham. Mr. Doctor.
Dr.
Yes.
Meacham.
Dr. Meacham is here, and we got
Yes.
Eric Do Not.
Yes,
Very
yes,
good.
a community activist. We tell y'all this all the time. We have great guests on this show.
We
yes,
have
sir.
the
Yeah.
best
Always,
guests
always.
and the best and cutest co-hosts.
Make them blush, why don't you?
Why don't we make
thank
him
you.
blush? We have comments, Zion.
Yes, we do. Diane Stokes says love y'all.
Oh,
Hey,
we
hey,
love
love
you
you.
Joyce
too.
M. Wilder says boom shakalaka.
Boom
Boom
shakalaka.
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 Tanara Wade says hey ladies.
Hey, Tanara.
Boom shakalaka,
Diane
Tanara,
Stokes
baby.
says boom shakalaka.
Boom
All right,
shakalaka.
boom
That's
shakalaka.
right, and
Joyce
you know
M.
this.
Wilder says bad news, them kids was out of school.
Oh.
When we went to school, we didn't have no days off. Hold up now. We had a pipe burst at East, so I don't know if it was too cold.
Oh,
All right
listen,
then.
Zion,
Okay.
Zion's representing
That's
these
right.
ties. So, Joyce, you can't get away with too much. But she's right. We had to walk to school
Really?
uphill
Well,
in the snow.
I didn't have to go up hills or nothing, but I did have to catch the L
Oh, that had to
bus
be even worse.
and that kind of stuff in Chicago. Yeah, it was like,
Right.
yeah, really, really real.
Right. And another good thing we're going to talk about too. Couple of things I could think of. Deb and Lulo. Did you watch them this morning?
I didn't. I didn't catch them this morning.
Well, we know we like to start our day off with
Okay.
Deb and Lulu every Friday morning.
Every Friday, that's right.
On Facebook.
Okay.
So you need to be their friend and watch them first thing. And then, of course, do what you got to do during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And at 4 o'clock, or boom shakalaka o'clock,
That's right.
get ready, because here we come.
All right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the other thing is this picture. Lamont, have you seen the
right.
sun dogs?
I haven't. Wow.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
You don't pay attention?
I'm not even.
They only happen when it's like super cold
Really?
outside.
Tell me. I mean.
You notice that there's like,
How does that work?
you know,
Okay, okay.
a rainbow
Okay.
behind them.
Okay.
And whoever took this picture, matter of fact, not a whoever, Regina McLaughlin Kruger
Yes.
took this picture. It's awesome.
Right.
Could you read those words right there that Wendy sent to accompany the picture?
Oh, the three sons.
So 3 suns rise from the frozen earth, golden glow, giving illusion of warmth. Prism pillars promise life, death, rebirth.
Yeah. And actually,
deep.
when you look at it, yeah,
Mhm.
you could probably weigh it out to be that life, death, and rebirth all in one shot.
Yeah, that's
And it's
awesome.
like what is it, an illusion? Pretty much.
It's
'cause
got
we
to
know
be an
there's
optical
only one
illusion. There's
sun,
only
right?
one sun, but it looks like 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Measham has a little insight on it. I think, is that right? You know anything
Not
about
that kind of doctor.
Okay.
That's not his field. He said. Yeah, that's your field.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're going to get some of his insight, whatever kind of doctor you are. We're going to find out some more about you in just a little bit.
We also want to talk about the photograph that was taken by Irvin Sabik that you see
yes.
in the shot behind us.
Oh wow.
Man.
Yeah, he placed second in the Keep Iowa Beautiful photography contest. Isn't that beautiful?
It is. And I really kind of was drawn to this because what did you like about it, you guys?
I see 2 kinds of weather happening. I see a storm
ooh.
on the
On
way.
the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like the city's so well lit, though. I mean, it doesn't. When looking at this picture, you wouldn't necessarily think that it is a picture of Waterloo.
Oh, it's
You know,
beautiful.
yeah,
And
it's
our
definitely-
bridge. And I mainly liked it because I had to wonder where he was. Maybe in the Bridges building, because that's one of the tallest buildings. But I
Right.
like it because it's facing north.
Okay.
You know,
North End.
the north end, you know, and and that's one way I tell my directions is I think about, you know, which way that bridge is pointing, you know, and so that's a good key for me. But yes, thank you, and we shared both of those pictures on our wall if you'd like to see them a little bit more. Yeah, what else?
good we got to talk about?
Bev Smith.
Okay.
Now you know, is she a doctor too?
Yeah, Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Dr. Smith, I thought so.
She's now serving as principal at Lincoln Elementary. She's the interim
Yeah.
principal.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
See, and that just goes to show you cannot keep a good woman down because she just retired. And now she's back serving as principal.
Right.
Right, and you saw her here just a few weeks ago. She was on our show.
Really? Okay.
And just like Lyrical is always really busy with you
Yes,
guys. I know
yes.
that name is he's going to be one
Oh,
of our
most definitely.
co-hosts
Oh, yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Right.
A lot of you have seen him in Taiwan and Japan and
Thailand.
everywhere with Thailand.
China. Yeah, he was
China.
with us on China.
Okay.
And Dr. Meacham
Thailand.
just came back from Thailand, so
Yes.
Right. Okay. See, I'm getting my Asian stuff mixed up.
it's all right.
But yeah, so Lyrical and Bev Smith and who else? Kevin Burke. People that have been on our show that are
Yes.
still just going on and doing great things.
Right,
so
right.
shout out to you.
So and it also looks like we will, you guys will be featuring 19 women who was inspired in 2019. So if you guys know any inspirational women you'd like to see featured, contact us at northendupdate@gmail.com. Again, that's northendupdate@gmail.com.
Yes, right. And we're kind of inspired by chilling again.
Okay.
Most
Chaveevah.
definitely, yes.
So will this be like how would it go? Like each segment or?
No, we thought about it, and there's we could do that, I guess, but we're
Y'all know
thinking
you're
about it.
still
We're going to get
thinking
the
about it.
nominations, and we have scheduled out, and for the next couple weeks, It's raining men.
Okay.
Hallelujah. No, but I noticed today we got men.
Yeah.
And the rest of this month, I think we have men guests, but
Okay.
we're going to incorporate these women.
Oh man, this would be nice. This would be great.
Yes,
To
as
hear
they
from
come
you.
in. So nominate your ladies that you think are inspiring.
Okay, we want to shout out Iowa Heartland Habitat for Humanity, because on the coldest day of the year, they still managed to get a family into their new home.
Yes.
Yeah, and we did. It's posted on our website, so if you take a look and see, and congratulations. And if this is a perfect time to be in a settled, nice in a new home, this would be it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That was really great. Everybody loved it. The post, and everyone said congratulations
Yes.
to that family, which was much deserved.
Yes.
You betcha. All right, announcement, Chaveevah?
Okay, on February 4th, Monday, there's going to be a Black History Month book discussion at the Waterloo Public Library, 415 Commercial Street, from 6 to 7:30, and it's a book by,
Okay.
oh Lord, I can't think of her name, so shut up. Just say, I'm just going to say,
Oh, a
6 to
book
7:30.
discussion, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer,
Oh,
Jennifer Lewis,
okay.
All right, and on Wednesday, February 6th, there'll be a heart-to-heart community coffee and convo with Mayor Hart at Community Development, which is at 620 Marbury Street. That'll be taking place from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m.
Right. And you're in school
I'll be in school.
teaching. When
Well,
those happen.
7:30. I don't start till 8, so
Ah,
I don't
yeah,
know, I
you
might
might.
try to catch a little
I'd be
bit of it.
cutting it kind of close, but you never know.
Get there
Right,
about
we're
15 minutes
groupies.
in.
So
But I see
don't-
him I see the mayor every morning though, so I have a heart to heart.
Oh,
with
do
him.
you?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
heart-to-heart.
we up 5 a.m. Going to Rock Fit in the morning, so he'd be there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. I think he gets along with just about everybody.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, and he makes time for, it seems, just about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Good, brother.
All right. Be our friend, like our page. But if you haven't done it recently, you're almost too late. I think we got 2 friend spots left. So
I know it's not very many.
I know Facebook tells you how many friends you can have. So, yeah,
so
we're getting
thanks
up
for
there.
loving us, okay?
Yeah, but follow us.
Yeah.
Try if you can.
Okay, and as always, we want to shout out our crew,
Yes.
WCT, with Ed, Mark, and our guy Zion. Big shout out to Pedro Fleming from East End Automotive. I heard this guy got a few people up and running in that
Did
super
he?
cold weather.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And Kevin Burt, watch and follow him. He's moving and grooving all over the state of Iowa. He's inducted to the Iowa Blues Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And, Yeshi.
Yeshi, yep,
Yeah.
Yeshi, BB, Columbus High School Distinguished Alumni for 2019.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Oh,
is
yeah,
this?
she.
Yeah, do we got Carandis?
Yeah.
Carandis, Anderson.
Oh, you know him too.
Was it McKendree University?
Mm-hmm.
Is this just recognizing him?
Yeah, just recognizing him, yep.
Lebanon, Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
Mustard Success, and then I'll let you do condolences.
Yep. And,
Yeah. And we did the condolences in the pre-boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of things going on. We had a lot of good news to tell you today, and we're glad that you're watching. And we have comments, Zion.
Just one. Joyce and Water says, Zion, the pipe don't have nothing to do with you.
Oh, man.
Actually, it did. It closed down the cafeteria.
oh,
What did
Okay.
she say? Who doesn't have nothing?
The pipe.
He's
'cause I
talking
said
about
it
the pipe
first.
burst to
she
east.
said, so what about that
Oh,
pipe?
okay.
Don't care about no stinking pipe.
We can count on Joyce to comment.
All right.
Thank you, Joyce, and it was great seeing you and King at that wonderful concert. Were you there?
I didn't make it.
Oh my goodness!
the
Yeah, Trey
McLa-
McLaughlin and
Yes.
the Sounds of Zamar. That was
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. They even they incorporated a lot of secular music
Did they?
into worship songs. They even got to boot up, boot up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. They was boot up with Jesus.
that's right.
So, yes.
They had some local talent that performed there too as well. Right?
Oh, yes, we
yeah.
had Retha.
Aretha.
Okay.
Yes, and we got some great pictures and saw a lot of people there. So it was great.
Good.
Absolutely great. Okay, I think we've made them wait long enough. We've
All
got
right.
the best guest, like always, and Lamont. I'm going to let you introduce him. I like to put people on the spot.
So we have with us today Eric Dunat, community activist.
Yes.
And we also have none other than the scholar, the professor, the hip hop literacy guru, the world traveler, Dr. Shuai Meacham. We have him here.
All right. You
the show today
betcha.
as well.
You bet. Well, great. And you might want to face the camera just a little bit more. So there we go. Very good. Oh, no problem there. That's good. Well, great. And welcome, fellas. Thank you so much for coming today.
Yes, absolutely.
No, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
honor to be here.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And Eric, I'm sorry, Dr. Meacham, we want to talk to you a little bit about your recent trip. How's the jet lag going? I mean,
I'm
how
still
long?
fighting it. I was
I-
up wide awake at 2 a.m.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
Okay. And you and Lamont work together quite a bit. Lamont, why
right.
don't you
Well, let's get into it. So we got Dr. Meacham here. First of all, I want to talk about, what do you do now? What do you?
well, I'm a professor in the College of Education,
Okay.
Department of Curriculum Instruction at UNI.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's-
So we know that you over the last couple of years have made your way here to Waterloo. You came from the East Coast, correct?
Yeah, I came from the University of Delaware, and that's where we kind of started the hip hop literacy. I had a student there who got his PhD in
Right.
what he called critical hip hop pedagogy, and he had a group of students that he worked with, and 100% of them went to college. So when I came to this area,
Wow.
I said, let's try to see what we can do here in the Cedar Valley.
Okay.
That's great. And with this voice, I'm hearing a lot of it seems like you could be in radio, television, anything. So how do you incorporate this beautiful velvet tone voice with your hip hop? I mean, do you do hip hop?
No, I stay behind the scenes. I try to
Okay.
showcase what young people are doing and what they're able to do and put them out front.
Okay.
So-
And go ahead.
So what attracted you to hip hop, and then
Well,
using
at first, I did not like hip hop at all. You
Really?
understand, I'm 57 years old, so
when you
I was around 14 when hip hop. No, I was
Okay.
like 16 when hip hop, with Rapper's Delight came out.
all right.
And some of your audience may remember the group Chic, and they had like
Oh,
a hit,
sure.
The Freak, and then they had Good Times. So Good Times, was a hit.
Right.
And maybe a couple years after that, I'm at I'll never forget, I was at a family reunion party at around 1978, and Good Times, comes on. Next thing I know, someone's talking over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the world is this?
That's right. And it was an upbeat kind
Yeah,
of rap
that's right.
too
That's
from
right.
back then.
So I was like, what's going on with this stuff over my favorite song, And
Okay.
so I didn't really understand it. Didn't make any sense to me.
Right.
But then, as I evolved in the field of education, as an educator, I had to, recognize, this hip hop is powerful stuff because this is what grabs young people's imagination. So I have to learn about it. And so at the University of Delaware, I actually created a course. The purpose was to help me have to read about hip hop and listen to hip hop music so
Just
I could
for you,
understand.
right?
Yeah. I ended up having students involved, but at the same
Sure.
time, it was an opportunity for me to, to get up on it. And the more I learned and the more I interacted with hip hop artists, the more, educational possibilities I started to see.
So you became a fan based on the educational aspect because you wanted to teach yourself because you saw what was going on, how the effect it was having on the students you were working with.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, so let me ask you something. So, becoming a fan later on in life, was it something that you heard? Was there a lyric, a quotable that you heard
Okay.
from them, or was it something that you heard from
I
an
tell
artist?
a story all the time. When I was teaching at the University of Colorado, that was my
Right.
first academic job. There was a place called Brother Jeff's Cultural Center and Cafe that had spoken word poetry
Right.
every Saturday night, and the most prominent poets were young people. And so this is at a time and a place where they're saying, young African American Latinos, they don't want to read or write, and here on
Okay.
Saturday night,
And
they're
they-
dominating the scene.
Right.
And so I was giving them a ride to the University of Colorado because I wanted my colleagues and my students to meet these young artists. And I had just read Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye.
Okay.
And I was, driving these young people up to the, University of Colorado, and all of a sudden I'm listening to this song that they're playing, because they're playing hip hop in the car, and all of a sudden I hear quotes from Toni Morrison's novel in the lyrics, the song.
Imagine
This is
that.
it was Black Star, that's Mos Def and Talib Kweli,
okay.
and I think it was called Thieves in the Night.
Okay.
Is the name of the song, and the chorus is a lyric from Toni Morrison. So I'm listening to this, and I'm, this novel I just read, the lyrics are coming through, and I said, wow.
Okay.
So I said, I really have to start taking this seriously. So that kind of set me off to another level.
Right. So that led it led you to do more work with the students you were working with, and
Well, it led me to continue to try to, to be dedicated to learn more about hip hop. And then what really solidified it, I was teaching another course, related to hip hop at the University of Delaware. And I invited a DJ who was a University of Delaware student, and he decided to take a year off so that he could, really showcase his kind of DJ. He was like a mixtape DJ.
Right.
Oh.
And so he was very creative, and so he took a year off to really maximize the effectiveness of his DJ business. And at the end of the conversation with him, if I said, who am I going to hire for my business? Would I hire these soon-to-be college graduates taking my class, or would I hire this mixtape DJ, given all the knowledge and the work he's put into his career and that he's developed? And I said, there's no comparison. I'd hire this DJ.
There you go.
So then that led to me and actually going to Florida State University for a conference.
Okay.
And the leader of the conference connected me with this young man who was a certified public school teacher and a hip-hop music producer. And he wanted to get his PhD in studying hip hop, and so we connected and invited him to the University of Delaware, and he started and eventually got his PhD.
Wonderful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you're a mentor to this young man.
That's right. He's my advisee at University of Northern Iowa. So he's getting his doctorate
Wonderful.
in hip hop literacy.
So we're gonna have to call you Doctor
Eventually.
Mohammed
Eventually,
after
that's
a
right,
while.
that's right.
Okay,
We're gonna
wonderful.
call it into existence.
Okay.
So-
and so talk
okay.
about these pictures. I see we have Lyrical on the screen here, if most of you can see. Now these
Yeah.
pictures.
That was a phenomenal experience. That actually took place in Thailand, and we were at a high school. And you see the young Thailand students in the front,
yeah.
and they were just totally mesmerized by hip hop and excited by hip hop, and so all of it was an unscheduled performance.
Yes.
But their excitement and wanting to see the University of Northern Iowa students perform, who we had brought to Thailand, just led to these performances kind of breaking out. And then the first picture we had this young lady who the Thailand students, they just wanted to see one of the dancers sing for whatever reason. And we were like, what's going on? They're not prepared. But then one of our students, Monica Cruz, just stepped up and just sang for them, a very powerful song. And then you see, that's a beautiful picture. That's actually, there was a group from New York City that was there, and many of them were former Thai citizens who immigrated to the United States, and the daughter of one of them was a professional photographer, and she took that photo. But that to me just captures, they said they just wrapped attention, watching the UNI, dancers do their thing. So it was really phenomenal.
Yes.
All around the world, going all around the world.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
we love
That's
it.
right.
We love your work.
How did the Thailand trip? Thailand trip is connected to the China trip. How did the China trip
once we got to China, the first morning, we had breakfast, and then there was a lady who was representing the Thailand International Folklore Festival, and she just saw us and just said, "Okay, well, I want you to, come to Thailand." So just by being in China, we started getting access to a number of international performance possibilities, and we got invitations, especially after they saw, the youth perform that we took there to the Chinese festival.
But you're here. So what if I have a child that wants to go to Thailand or be a part of your group?
Well, we're starting
or
in the
literacy?
Lamont
How
can
can they-
speak to this.
Yes,
In
how
the
can
public
they
schools,
contact
we're
you?
starting this month. We're starting the hip hop literacy after school program.
Awesome.
and then we have a core group of students that are working on. We've been asked to do several different projects, so we're working on that right now. We've been meeting over the weekend, so they've stayed dedicated, and
Oh,
you
good.
definitely can always look us up on social network, Hip Hop Literacy 319 or Hip Hop Literacy 319@gmail.com if you want to be a part of that group that is at the core that's constantly working. And like Dr. Beecham said, pretty soon we'll have the after school program up and running, and we'll have more details about that.
And that will be at what school? Is
We're
it?
still working out the details.
Working
but
on the details.
It'll be coming soon.
But if you want to travel overseas, just tell young people right now you got to step up your game, because not only the hip hop game, but you're listening to adults game, you're following directions game, because we can't have people overseas think they can just run around and do what they want to do and not follow directions. So
Right.
that's something.
Step up your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is a conversation that we're going to carry on again, like when
yes.
Lyrical joins us.
Oh, definitely.
And
But
the kids.
Yes, and the kids.
Yes.
Yes, but we want to also greet our other guest.
Yes.
Eric.
Thank you, Dr.
Yes, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Dr.
Boom
Beecham.
shakalaka to everybody out
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Boom shakalaka.
Right, thank you so much for joining us, Eric, and please tell us something about yourself.
Well, I'm a disability advocate, which means I advocate for just about everything, but mostly I specialize with people with disabilities, and so I am one of the people that talk to legislators all the time about people with disabilities issues.
Okay. And you went to school with Chastity, my daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
Okay, no, I was just saying, you're
That
a
in.
man that seems to wear a lot of different hats. You're you are now or have been a legislative aide. You support human rights, civil rights. You're an advocate for disability, housing, immigration, all these
All
things.
that.
Okay, how long have you been doing? What first got you
Yeah.
started?
For 20 years, I've been doing it for 20 years, and what got me started was I took government in high school. And one of the things that happened in my government classes, we met legislators, and we were told, this is the person that does what we're learning about, and that's the first thing that got me interested.
Oh.
Yep.
So what's when you're serving as a legislative aide, what's a typical day like?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good question.
The thing about a legislative secretary or a legislative clerk, they keep all the papers of the legislators sorted. They sort through the mail, and they help the legislators keep track of what's coming in the email and what's important and what needs to be what the legislators need to prioritize, and just helping the legislators maintain their schedule throughout the day. Like, what meetings do you have today? When do you have your meetings? That kind of thing.
Zion, we have some comments.
Yes, Randolph Bryan says, "Happy Friday to you all."
Hey, Brian.
Lauren Yandell says, "Boom shakalaka, ladies and gents."
Boom
Shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Yes.
So tell me, Eric, what do you like most about your work?
Well, because I get to be a voice of people with disabilities and people who don't have a voice, I get to be their voice.
Okay.
And so that's what makes it a passion for me.
Great.
And so I just like representing people. And even though I'm not an elected official, when I go down to the legislature or even when I'm on the Planning and Zoning Commission, I feel like I'm representing people who would not otherwise be able to go down themselves, down to the legislature, or be able to be the person that's on a commission. So I feel like I'm representing them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah. And you get around everywhere I go.
I know.
Yes,
I see you
everywhere.
there.
And I wanted to say, like, when I go down to when I go down to advocate with legislators at the legislature, I feel like the people back home are also sending me down there. And so, it's like when you send your elected official down to represent you down there, that's the way I feel. When I go down and advocate, I feel like people back here are sending me to the legislature to be their advocate.
That's right.
beautiful.
And I
Great.
suppose you get to see a lot of the different change that you help to create
Yes.
on a daily basis.
Yep.
And even if it's just a smile on somebody's face, it's a good thing in exchange for all the time you put in. Yeah.
And I feel like the most important bill I worked on in my career, I think, for people with disabilities, is I was one of the top advocates, one of the main advocates that helped shepherd through the legislature the mental health and disability services regional redesign.
Oh.
That was the starting bill or the framework bill that gave us the private Medicaid privatization, even though that may not be the greatest thing for some people.
Oh, yeah.
That gave people with disabilities or low income people at least the Medicaid coverage or the low income coverage that they do have.
Yes.
And so it may not be a perfect thing, but it's better than having nothing.
Right.
And so that was a start.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And we can never make everybody happy, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And if someone would like to contact you, how can they get a hold of Eric? Do not. It's
Well, I have an email address, and so
Okay.
my email address is eric.donat@hotmail.com, and my phone number is, I use my cell phone, and so my cell phone number, and this is public, so it's okay, is 319-404-3544, and you can contact me about anything at any time.
all
Right.
right,
Yep.
great. And of course, on our post boom shakalaka, that's something we didn't mention. We always post hashtag post boom shakalaka, so you can see
Okay.
anything that was mentioned on the show. Email addresses, phone numbers, also our condolences that we did in the pre-boom
Yes,
that you missed
absolutely.
after the boom shakalaka. So always watch and thank you to those. Oh, we didn't sing happy birthday.
That's right.
How
I
did
was
we
gonna say,
not
still
sing
have
happy
a little bit
birthday?
of business to tie
Oh
up.
my goodness, we got to
Yes.
sing happy birthday because
I
we
was
had these
singing it.
people.
Yes.
Why did
Which
you
one
say
you doing?
something? Right. Okay, we're gonna do the when this. Oh,
We
Lord.
doing that happy, but which one?
Okay, happy. We doing happy.
yeah,
We gotta
happy
say the
birthday.
names first.
Yes, absolutely.
Ed's not gonna cut us off, are you, Ed?
Oh, we'll
we
get
better
through
rush.
quick. Let's get
Rush,
through 'em
rush,
quick.
We gotta rush. Okay,
All
we
right.
want to say happy birthday to.
Slanetta Shaw, Bertha Johnson, Wendy Kinney,
All right,
Robert B. Lyons, Linda Farina, Luann Clayton,
Darius Hars, Satira Hodges, Keelan Roberts,
Judy Davis, Gil Strapp, Socialite Susie, Linda Anderson,
and Tamika Bradford, my
Never
cousin,
mind.
James Russell, Tori Wilder, and Michelle Westfall, the mayor's
Right.
secretary, who will be on our show soon. And we like to sing to you in the Stevie Wonder version,
Hey.
and it goes something like this.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
All right. Yeah, we like to start with a boom shakalaka and end with a happy birthday.
Yes.
And do you subscribe to the Soul Town? Do you?
She said, do you subscribe?
Do you subscribe to the Soul
Not yet. I
Town?
need to.
Okay,
I
you
need
definitely need
Yes,
to.
absolutely.
And this month they're highlighting 19 special
That's
people.
right.
What are the 19 people to
19
watch?
people to watch in 2019.
2019,
People that are doing great things, and not just in this community, but nationwide. Just different people that are having are making a difference.
Making a
Great,
difference.
great.
As are you. And as are
And
you.
as are you.
And as
Everybody
are you.
here,
Everybody doing their
absolutely.
part.
Just one last reminder, though.
No, your time is up.
Just one last reminder for you all out there. The off-year caucuses. If you're a Democrat, are March 30th at Central Middle School at 10 o'clock.
All right.
So, get involved. Get
Yes.
involved in your community, get involved in your politics. And
Right.
Because it makes a
Get-
difference.
Get it going
Yes.
on. Make a
Yes.
difference. Yep.
See, Eric, you making us all look good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think all hearts and minds are clear now. We had so much good stuff to talk about.
Yes.
This is a little extra long show, but
Right.
we hope you enjoyed it,
Yes.
and we appreciate you guys all coming out.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
And we want to encourage you to keep doing what makes you awesome
Because it makes us all look good. All right.
See you next time.